What's up, everyone? This is Nate. I'm back with another Out of the Theater review. Now, today I went and checked out the newest sort of, holiday themed slasher movie called Hard Eyes. This is a movie that is surrounded or centered around Valentine's Day. Now, this came out a week before, so I guess a missed opportunity, but then again, there is a Marvel movie coming out next week, so I guess they wanted to avoid that. I'm going to give you my 2 cents on this film, and before I do, if you're not already, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the bell icon. That way you get notified every time new videos drop. If you enjoy reviews or unboxings or anything like that, please consider subscribing. Also, give me a thumbs up down below. It helps the video out. And leave me a comment. Did you see this? Did you hate it? Did you like it? I want to know your thoughts as well. Okay, I will say I did not know too much about this movie going in. Like, I knew the trailer, and that's it. Like, I didn't look anything up. I don't know who's, like, wrote it, directed it, nothing like that. And I just kind of went in like, you know what? I want a fun slasher movie. And I got to be honest with you. That's exactly what I got. I had a really, really fun time with Hard Eyes. It's very interesting. It was written by Christopher Landon. And if you don't know who that is, he, of course, wrote and directed Happy Death Day, Happy Death Day to You, Freaky. So tonally, this movie is super similar to those movies. With that, if you don't like those movies, I could see you maybe not liking this one that much. Then again, this one has a lot more gore. I mean, Freaky had gore too. So I would say it's more like Freaky in that regard. But it's very funny. It's very goofy, silly at times. Honestly, this movie plays like a rom-com. Literally, it's like if you took out all the horror elements, you'd have a rom-com. You have these characters. They meet cute in a coffee shop, and, they have like a little mishap, whatever. And then there's this incident that, now they have to like work together and there's some friction between them and, all this kind of stuff. In between all this, there's also a serial killer called the Hard Eyes Killer who's going around killing people. They do it every single Valentine's Day in 3 different, and this is not a spoiler or anything, but in the movie, they did it in another city and then another city, and now they're in Seattle and they're, people are starting to die. So they're like, it's the Hard Eyes Killer. So you have this like rom-com premise, but then sprinkled in between, there's also someone trying to kill them the whole movie. And it actually worked. I thought it worked quite a bit. I laughed a lot. I thought it was really funny. The romance stuff actually is pretty cute. For the most part, I didn't really have a big problem with it. I wasn't like, rolling my eyes or anything. It was pretty good. And then the slasher stuff is really, really fun as well. Really gory, as I mentioned. This has some really good kills. And it's always, to me, a slasher movie, they're never really scary. This is no different. They do a couple of the loud noises, jump scare type things, but didn't really, not very scary. But if you're not scary, at least you got to have the fun kills. And this movie has some really fun, gory kills. It felt a little bit like a Scream movie as well, in the sense of there's this sort of mystery of who the killer is, but it doesn't play like a Scream movie where while you're watching it, every single person is like, this is the killer. It's not really like that. But there is still that, there's like police trying to solve the crime while these characters are constantly, having these little rom-com-esque moments. And I liked it. Also, good cast here. Olivia Holt, I'm not really familiar with her. I thought she was great in the lead role. Jordana Brewster is in this. I always loved seeing her since I was a kid. I had a big crush on her back when she was in The Faculty, and I've loved her ever since, and Fast and the Furious, of course. But Devon Sawa's in this, and I forgot, and he's not in any of the marketing, really. It was great to see Devon Sawa, my boy Casper, showing up in a slasher film, Idle Hands, a movie I love. So it was great to see him, and he looked like he was having a fun time. There's some good jokes. Him and Jordana Brewster, they're like partners. There's a pretty good joke in there about their names, which is kind of fun. And honestly, I don't really have any big negatives. The movie moves quick. It's like 90 minutes, and it was funny. I would say, like I mentioned, if you're not into that sort of, it's a horror comedy, but it's not like super over the top humor. It's a horror rom-com. I don't even know if there's another one of these. I can't think off the top of my head of like a rom-com movie with a horror mixed in, but that's what this is. And if there is no other ones, then maybe it's the first. I don't know. You correct me if I'm wrong, but I had a really good time. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. And the only reason it's not higher is because it's a slasher movie. You'd have to do something super out of the box to go higher than that, but very entertaining, moves quick, great pace, good cast, good kills. I enjoyed it. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Heart Eyes. I will be back next week with a review for Captain America. What is it? The New Frontier. I don't even know what the name of the Captain America movie is, but I'll be back to review the new Captain America movie. So until then, take it easy.